He's all right. You should get close to him. Well, since you asked me, am I all right? I do got an issue. That boy you promised me, that boy you gave me, he died. I left him laying in the same room that I built for you. So he told his servant, take my staff. Go down to that house and lay my staff on him. And don't stop for nobody if anybody has to speak to you. And she said, you know what, I'm not going to let you out of my sight. I'm going to walk with you to make sure you follow the exact instructions that Elijah has given you. So he went down through there, he laid the staff on that baby boy. I'm calling it baby because it was his woman's baby. I don't care how old your child is, that's your baby. He's still your baby. He can be 45 years old and he's still your baby. Laid the staff on him. Nothing happened. He ran back to the prophet. Nothing happened. But she said it was all right. So the prophet got up, went down to the house. The Bible said he laid on top of that boy, mouth to mouth, chest to chest, hand to hand, knee to knee. What are you saying, preacher? I'm saying sometimes you got to stretch yourself out over some situations you got. You got to lay all over that thing sometime until your change comes. The prophet got down to the same level the problem was. What are you saying, preacher? I'm going to preach in a minute. You got to stretch yourself out and lay down with your situation and talk with it and fight with it until your change comes. The prophet laid down mouth to mouth, knee to knee, hand to hand with this boy. He was dead now. There's some dead stuff in your life. There's some dead situations in your life. There's some dead things going on around you, and until you get something to release this stuff, it's going to hinder you. Some of you need to run down to the man of God. Because he done promised you something, and he gave it to you. But the devil done stole it from you. But what you're trying to say, I'm trying to tell you, if God promised it to you, it's yours. But you got to be willing to go back to the man of God and say, look, the house that you promised me, they've been foreclosed on. I don't have the money to pay for it. But you told me a year ago that it's mine. And let the man of God come back to your house and bless your house again. Let me walk. That same car that God said is yours. They've been a repo. You need to go find the same God that said you can have the car. And let the same God who gave you the car in the first place bless you with the resources to keep the car. Come on, man. So you got some situations in your life. You've been battling and fighting some diseases in your life. But God said, you are healed. But you don't feel no better. He saw you coming around the corner. But you said, I'm all right now. Because I'm getting close to you. God said, how you feeling? It's all right. How your family doing? They all right. How your child doing? He's all right. Y'all gonna make me preach a little. I can't compose myself, but it's something about being all right. She knew that everything was going to be all right. That means the lady had some faith about herself. She said, I know he's all right because I believe in God. God wouldn't give me something and take it away from me 20 years later. God is not going to bless you with something. God is not going to give you something and then take it back from you 20 years later. Her boy died. Her baby is dead. But the man of God came back to the same spot that he prophesied 20-some years ago that I'm going to bless you with a child. And by the time he got up off of that boy, The Bible says she took her child and they both walked out. It's amazing to me how we can lose some stuff that God has given us and we won't fight for it. It's amazing to me how you can say this marriage was made in heaven, that she was God sent and he was God sent. But as soon as a little trouble rises, you're ready to throw in the towel. It's amazing to me how you say, I love my child. But as soon as you start hanging around the wrong folk, all right? I'm not talking about tough love. I'm talking about fighting for something that God said is going to be special one day. You want to just walk away and turn your back on the situation. It's weird to me how God sent you to a place of worship. As soon as some of the folk over there start rubbing you the wrong way and won't let you sing your solo or let you pray your prayer, you want to run away. But when you got there and joined the church, you said, God sent me here. It's amazing to me how preachers are getting mad at one another. Because they want to be the pastor and go around the corner and start their own thing. It's amazing to me how this stuff happens. But sometimes you got to go back to the starting point. This woman recognized that she could just get her child back to the very place it all started at. Everything would be all right. Because there's something special about the starting point. She realized that the prophet had come into her house, made her a promise that I'm going to give you a child. 20-some years later, the boy had an aneurysm or something in his brain and died. But she went back to the same man of God and told the man of God, the boy you promised me, the boy that I told you don't fool me about, has died. Some of y'all, we got to go back. We got to go back to the place where God first received us. We need to go back to that place where we can just get in tune with what God has to offer us. We need to find that place somewhere deep down on the inside and say, God, I'm strayed away, but now I'm coming back in the fix whatever it was that I'm missing. Some of us are lacking. We're lacking in the areas where we should be progressing in. Some of us are missing the mark because we won't go back to where we first started at. But there's a man that I read about named Horatio. Horatio Southforth was a lawyer on the south side of Chicago in the late 1800s. Had it going on there. Was this big real estate man.